You are finally here because right now, a story begins that will forever change your perception of the world. Never before has the energy of space converged in such a powerful vortex as it does in this moment, and your soul will feel it before your mind can understand. Imagine the celestial dome, where the stars begin to twinkle not in their usual rhythm, but as if forming a mysterious code, opening gates to other dimensions. You can already feel that strange pressure in your chest, as if the universe itself is placing a hand on your heart, testing if you are ready to hear its call. Something is whispering from beyond the edge of ordinary existence, promising to reveal the secret of a portal that radiates vibrations capable of changing destinies. It feels as though darkness and light are intertwining, creating a tear in the very fabric of reality. And into this tear, a current is about to flow that can rewrite your life. It is no accident that you are hearing these words. They found you at a time when the veil has already begun to thin, and time is ceasing to follow its familiar laws. Prepare yourself, because the fabric of the world is beginning to unravel, and the first fissures in this great structure are already appearing within your own psyche. Notice how time changes its density. Minutes can stretch for hours, while entire days melt away in an instant without a trace. This is not an illusion of fatigue, but the result of your consciousness entering the energy flows that are the very breath of the cosmos. Your body responds with electric tingling on your skin, with shivers along your spine. This is the activation of hidden energy channels. A restructuring begins within you. Your chakras spin faster than ever before, and even energy points you've never heard of are awakening. But the main sign is not inside you at all. Look at the celestial circle. There, the planets are converging into a configuration that ancient star cartographers called the fissure of fate. Do you really think this is a coincidence? No, this was predestined, and for those who see the signs, a chance to enter a new cycle of being is now available. Can you hear that quiet hum, as if an invisible string has been plucked inside your head? That is the cosmos knocking on the door of your dreams. My friends, now I will reveal what has been hidden for millennia. Behind the vibrations of the cosmos are numbers, and it is numbers that show how destiny intertwines with the threads of space. The number of this night is one of both rupture and connection. It adds up to 11, and 11 is a gateway, a symbol of passage between worlds, the code of the awakened. One is the birth of light. The second one is its reflection in the mirror of darkness. Together, they form a bridge to a new perception, which opens from within those ready to rebuild their consciousness. You can feel the resonance of this number in your own breath. Each inhale and exhale becomes a current connecting the material with the unseen. Is it by chance that you are the one hearing this call? No, because 11 is also the number of the guiding soul, the one who must carry the light forward. Feel this responsibility. Your energy will be part of a great cascade of awakening auras, creating a network for a new space, woven with golden threads of thought and intention. It is beginning. And the most amazing part is that the signs are appearing in the simplest things around you. Have you noticed that your reflection in the mirror has started to seem like a stranger? This is not a trick of the light, but a sign that your aura is changing its frequency, reflecting a different facet of reality. Things seem to breathe, and familiar objects in your room are filled with a strange inner silence. Even your dreams have changed. Flashes of ancient symbols, sounds of mantras you never learned, images of people you have never met. These are all instructions, clues on how to prepare for the moment the veil shifts completely. You may have felt that someone is watching you, as if an invisible eye is always near. This is not paranoia. The most ancient forces have placed their reflections in your field to be sure. Are you ready for the step? The one that so many refuse out of fear of losing the familiar. But it is this very fear that shows the door is already ajar. Everything that could hold you back is dissolving, and right now, you decide whether you will walk through the portal. Tune in, because the most important thing is to feel the energy in your blood. It is filling with a vibration that sounds like the singing of ancient crystals, which have rested in the Earth's core since a time before anyone called it home. These crystals are awakening and sending signals to your body, so you do not miss the moment of connection with the cosmic heart. Think about it. How often in recent days have you felt a sudden warmth in your palms or a burning at your temples? This is not pain. It is the activation of energy entry points, reminding you that a person is more than just a body. You are becoming a conduit for a beam of light that extends far beyond the solar system, connecting you with billions of other sparks of consciousness, just like you. But you are the one hearing these words now, which means what remains a secret to others is being revealed to you. You are becoming a vessel into which the energy of the transition is being poured, and your task is to hold it, not by shattering, but by transforming. Friends, crystals are not just minerals or stones from the earth. They are the memory keepers of the planet, mirrors reflecting the fates of civilizations that vanished long before our time. And on the night of the portal, their light will ignite within us. When you hold a crystal, especially a clear quartz or an amethyst, you feel its coolness slowly turn to heat, awakening chakras that have long been dormant. But during this reality rift, even those who have never owned a stone will find that their inner crystals have come to life. Look closely. Your eyes can now catch the glimmer of sparks flashing in the dark. This is the planet's memory responding to you, showing you that you are connected to its heart. You are part of a whole, which means if the Earth itself is moving into another layer of being, your consciousness will be compelled to follow. Are you standing on the edge, ready to push off into the new? That is a question no one can answer for you, but the crystals already know your choice. They are silent, but their light reveals the way. The moment is coming when numbers and crystals will unite in a single language of signs. In the ancient schools, they said, numbers are the breath of the cosmos and crystals are its flesh. When they resonate together, the key to the portal is born. The vibration of 7, the number of the doorways to wisdom, is gaining strength, and it is this frequency that resonates in the core of purple amethysts. 7 is the frequency where human consciousness connects with spirit. But next to it stands the number 9, the completion of a cycle and the transition to new worlds. It vibrates within the clear crystal of quartz as if promising to purify you to your very depths, severing old karmic threads. The union of 7 and 9 creates a bridge, and on that bridge stands your soul. It looks into the abyss. Is it afraid? Of course. And yet, it is fear that confirms reality is trembling, ready to break apart. In every breath of this number, you can feel how destiny itself is preparing to rewrite the code of your life. Prepare to realize that your sleep is not just a collection of chaotic visions, but a training ground. You may have already noticed, in recent nights, your dreams have become far too real. You can smell scents in your dreams. You can hear voices so clearly that when you wake up, you are still waiting for a reply. This is because your soul is already testing a new level, practicing conscious presence in another reality, one that all of humanity will soon enter. Dreams have become instructions, hidden signs of the portal. If you saw a bright light, that was a call from the future. If you saw many shadows, that was the memory of the past fighting not to be erased. But most importantly, your dreams now connect you with other souls. Those who are ready are beginning to see the same symbols, separated by great distances. You might recall a face from a dream, only to later realize it belongs to someone from another country, also preparing for the transition. This is no coincidence. This is the preparation for a collective step through the rift. My friends, are your own sensations frightening you? Do you feel a dizziness, as if the ground is no longer a reliable support? This is happening because its very gravity is shifting, and even your body must choose to remain in its former density or to submit to a new law. Have you noticed that your footsteps sometimes sound different, as if the floor beneath you echoes with an unfamiliar dimension? This is a sign that you are already touching another form of space. Some people will begin to complain of insomnia, of a breakdown in their usual sleep patterns. But you and I know, this is not an illness, it is preparation. You might feel rushes of heat at night, sudden bursts of energy, and inexplicable thoughts. Sometimes even a strange call, as if an unseen force is asking you to go to the window and look at the sky. Listen to that call, because it is what lifts your soul closer to the moment the portal opens. The fear will pass, leaving only the wonder that the world was never what we were used to seeing. Friends, this is not only a spiritual transition, it is a transformation of life as a whole. It is no accident that the teachings of ancient schools advise, before a reality rift, cleanse your space. What you keep around you reflects your inner state. Pay attention to the things that fill your home. Anything that carries the old energy of lack, fear, or suffering must go. Not for the sake of a new interior, but to make room for the flow of abundance. Place a symbol of prosperity in your space, a crystal, a plant, or even a drawing of the sun. Make your wallet not just a place to store paper, but a magnet that joyfully welcomes the energy of finance. Because with the rift comes the opportunity to reset your energetic frequency for wealth. Money is not just numbers in an account, it is an energy that seeks a pure vessel. If you can clear your channels of thoughts of scarcity, the currents will find you on their own. But remember, the knights of the portal do not forgive carelessness. Thoughts materialize instantly. Be mindful and cautious, for every idea will become a part of your new reality. Tune in to the fact that spiritual practices will take on new meaning. Meditation will become not just a journey within, but a portal to another time. If closing your eyes once carried you into silence, now every meditation will present images that are like a living book. You will begin to see events that have not yet happened, to recognize the energy of future encounters, to hear the voices of guides, unseen but always near. Gazing into a candle flame will cease to be a game. It will become a doorway from which true knowledge will emerge. Even a simple glass of water will become a mirror, in which hints of what awaits you will appear. Remember that the reality of the portal will give you the power to see more than before, but your responsibility will also grow. You will be able to summon a current that reveals hidden dreams and real possibilities, but only if you dare to hold your gaze without flinching in fear. Every breath during your practice will become an act of will, and every thought an event. This is the greatest gift of the rift. Friends, have you ever wondered why, in recent days, your ears have been picking up strange sounds that do not exist in the outside world? These are not noises, but a preparation for the awakening of new DNA strands. Scientists know of 2 active strands, but the ancient teachers knew there are 12, and during the portal, new ones are activated. You will be able to hear frequencies that were previously inaccessible, to see what was hidden by the veil of perception. At first, this will manifest as heightened intuition. Answers will come even before you ask the question. Then, you will discover that your dreams have become lucid, controllable. You will meet guides in your sleep and see parallel destinies. The energy of the portal will rewrite the very structure of your consciousness. Imagine, you were a tree with few branches, and now your crown is spreading in all directions, catching the light of entire worlds. But will you be able to hold this illumination, or will you descend back into the closed loop of familiar thoughts? This is the main choice that will stand before you.
My friends, the culmination is near. You feel it as clearly as your own heartbeat. The reality rift is no longer somewhere on the horizon. It is growing right in front of you. You feel how the vibrations are beginning to exert pressure on every cell of your body, creating the effect of a rebirth. The fear mounts, but it is joined with elation, as if you are encountering an incredible miracle. In this moment, your soul must remember why it came here at this specific time. You chose to be a witness, and not just an observer, but a conduit. The energy wave will strike millions of people at once, but it is precisely people like you who will hold it and channel it into a new course. You ask yourself, what happens next? But the answer is hidden in a simple feeling of revelation. The future isn't somewhere later. It is already living in this very point in time. Do you hear the vibration in your ears? It is a call that cannot be postponed. The entrance will open only for those who are ready. You are standing in the very heart of this portal. Imagine the cosmos flashing and filling everything with a golden light. In an instant, all your memories, fears, and familiar patterns begin to shatter like glass. And in their place, a feeling of freedom appears. You suddenly understand. You are no longer bound by the rigid frames of fate. Choice is your special gift. No one is holding your consciousness in old knots anymore. You have begun to be reborn, but with the wisdom of all past incarnations. It is here, in the heart of the rift, that you will find your most powerful weapon, the awareness that reality is malleable. You can shape it. Every image, every thought is forged in the real world like hot metal in a smithy. Will you be able to trust this power, or will you fear its weight? This is the true key to the future. The portal does not wait for tomorrow's decisions. It demands a choice right now. Friends, even if the world seems the same, believe me, it is already different. The people you knew are beginning to change. Some will become strangely distracted because their consciousness cannot handle the new energy. Others, on the contrary, will find incredible focus and clarity. Pay attention to people's eyes. They will reflect the portal's vibration. Some eyes will shine, full of life, while others will grow dull, as if extinguished. You are among the chosen because your soul has consciously entered this current. Do not be surprised if the signs of nature begin to speak to you. Birds approach too closely. The wind changes the feeling of its touch. The flame of a candle suddenly whispers. All the elements have begun to speak. They are calling out to you so that you understand. The world is stretched into different realities, and now you must consciously choose your own. Without a choice, the door will close. But once you take that step, you will never be the same again. Tune in to a new perception of time. Linearity is disappearing. The past and future are beginning to merge into a single canvas. You are starting to see how your thoughts about tomorrow are already shaping events. And at the same time, your long-held memories are changing, taking on new colors. In this moment, you understand. Everything has always existed at once, but before, your mind could not contain it. You will see karmic knots dissolve, old debts vanish, and resentments lose their power over you. Time no longer rules your body, and you are able to feel your future right now. You might meet a version of yourself from another timeline, see fragments of lives where you walked a different path.
This will be shocking, but it will also strengthen you, because the truth has always been this: the soul is not limited by the lines on a calendar. You are eternal, which means there is no reason to fear the rift.
Friends, the world of art, thought, and creativity will now never be the same. Writers will feel words arranging themselves into sacred texts. Artists will discover new colors that were previously invisible to the human eye. Musicians will begin to hear melodies that come from spheres simple consciousness cannot reach. Creativity will no longer be a personal act, but a channel for transmitting energy from other dimensions. You too will become part of this process, no matter what you do. Even the simplest thought can take the form of art, because everything will reflect the tuning of your soul. Think about it: your drawings, your words, your actions. They are now more than just actions. They are waves spreading through the collective consciousness of humanity. You will begin to create a new world, even if you simply smile at a neighbor or speak a heartfelt word. The rift will turn every expression into a message. My friends, your aura has now changed for good. Do you feel that attacks of negativity no longer touch you? Even those who used to drain your energy suddenly lose their power when they are near you. Your energy field has become a mirror that reflects any dark waves. Moreover, your memory is beginning to unlock past lives. At first, only fragments, images of faces, familiar streets, ancient temples. But gradually, the pictures become clear, and you realize that your soul has always been walking this path. This awareness will be the greatest gift, because you no longer fear the future and are not bound by the past. You see that everything is a reflection of a single soul's journey, and each reality is just one of its manifestations. Fear disappears, and only pure power remains. But how will you use it? These final moments bring us to a grand conclusion. You no longer live in a narrow, three-dimensional cage. You have become a multi-dimensional being, able to connect the layers of existence. The physical world remains, but now you know it is just one of many facets. The rift has divided the old reality and given you the freedom to create your own worlds. You can close your eyes and find yourself in a different timeline. You can feel a connection to thousands of souls who have taken this step with you. But the most important discovery is that you have always had this power. The portal merely showed you that there is no going back. The rift has become a part of you. You are no longer looking for a door. You yourself have become the door. And whoever realizes this will gain not just a new world, but a new way of being eternal.